Okay. Hi, today I want to take you to Lesotho in about 1978, 79 maybe. I was the Peace Corps director there, and while I was there, the African National Congress also was present because many of the young kids that supported the African National Congress against apartheid were tortured, killed, and the ones that survived would come to Lesotho on their way to somewhere else, maybe to join the army. Chris Hani. Chris Hani was the general of the African National Congress Army. He was like Eisenhower of World War II. Brilliant young guy, and I got to know him through Phyllis Naidu helping me. And we wouldn't meet very often because the South Africans were always looking to kill him, and he had to keep secret places, slept in a different place every night. But when we got together, you know, you would think that I'd talk American politics or he'd talk about politics on his side or whatever. But what we'd actually do is I would debate him on Catholic. He was raised a Catholic, but he now was an atheist and trained in Russia as a communist atheist. So I would kid him about this and say, my mother every night prays for the conversion of Russia. And we would actually go back and forth on the debate of atheism and communism. And it was really great fun to talk to him and have a subject outside of politics, of which he was severely involved with. And so much so that right after, he was Nelson Mandela's closest friend. He would have been president of South Africa, but he was executed right after independence, after Mandela won in '93. Chris was going out for the paper in the morning, and a right-winger went up behind him and shot him dead. He had the largest funeral in the history of Africa. But I wanted to tell you about these great moments with really a great human being, Chris Hani. I also want to tell you about another fun moment in human rights. Reg Patty, who was a civil rights worker, was the Peace Corps director in Swaziland, so he and I would train our volunteers together on Peace Corps. And we were in Johannesburg because we could meet there, and it was an international hotel, and we purposely went there because it said international, which meant black and white could get together and we wouldn't have to deal with the normal apartheid bullshit. So we were out there. It was the disco era, and we were having great fun with it, and we were out on this floor dancing, black and white and so on. It's pretty normal, but over there, not so much. So eventually the hotel owner came to me and said, no, you can't dance black and white here in this hotel. I said, no, we're here because it says international. We're international, we all got foreign passports. We want to dance. And he said, no, you can't do that. And I said, well, from my point of view, we have to call Pretoria. Let's call the headquarters of apartheid and check this out. There actually was a hotline for this stuff, and we called, and I eventually argued the guy because we were Americans and we were, representing the U.S. government, and we had different color passports and all that kind of stuff. He said, okay, you can dance till 2 in the morning. So for the first time in the history of apartheid, have proved that black and whites dancing together. But in Johannesburg, I also got to know Dennis Cooney, one of the great barristers of Nelson Mandela's party and of his support for Nelson in jail. Fabulous, fabulous human being. And I'll never forget, because he was the best jurist I've ever met, including all the ones I met here, except for my partner. He and Ferriol were great friends. And Dennis, to this day, I respect. He passed away now, but he truly was one of the great people of South Africa and did great law enforcement in South Africa for Nelson Mandela and his party. And I want to remember Dennis. So today, thanks for your help and thanks for listening.
Excellent work.